Hi, I'm Shelley from Mrs Baker's Cake School, and I'm going to show you how to do a lovely buttercream rose swirl. First of all, I've got two different nozzles. Most people will show you this demonstration using a 2D. This is a Wilton 2D tip, but what you can also use is a 1M. They both give virtually the same effect. This one, as you'll see, has got a larger centre, and this one here is very, very tight. If you're working in the summer and you have obviously humid temperatures, the 1M does work incredibly well at giving you a nice stable shape to your rose, and the 2D is very much more delicate on the edges. Okay, first of all then, I'm going to fill my bag with some icing. I'm going to show you the 1M tip first. Okay, so just turning my bag in on itself. My icing is incredibly smooth. I tend to mix mine for about 8 to 10 minutes just to make sure it's really smooth and easy to pipe through those nice thin bits at the end of the nozzle. Ooh, a bit too much there. Okay, it's plenty to get started with. Just squeeze it down into the end of my piping bag. These are just disposable bags that I'm using. I've just snipped off the end. You be careful not to snip off too much. If you go too high, it will actually ride up to the end of your nozzle. Whilst you're squeezing, it can actually pop the nozzle out in the end, and obviously it makes a really bad mess. Okay, I fold my bag over once, over twice, take that between your thumb and your forefinger, and twist. This gives you a really good bit of pressure. As you can see, it's already popped some out the end there. Okay, taking my first cupcake. As you'll see, I hold my bag vertical so that at all times you're getting the right effect from your nozzle. I make sure that first of all I anchor the icing to the centre of the cake, because if you don't, it'll swirl around with you as you pipe and it makes a really bad mess. As you pipe, you need to hold your bag quite high and let the icing fall into place. If you go too close to your cake, your icing will drag through the icing you've just done. So the front of the nozzle will be piping, and the back will actually be dragging through all the hard work that you've done. It's easier to hold your bag higher. Make sure you go out far enough, and it will actually fall into place, and it keeps the stable shape of all the petals as you go. Okay, so just to show you very, very quickly, all you need to do is anchor your icing, lift up a very tight circle for your bud, then come right out to the edge. A nice even pressure on the bag. Notice I'm letting the icing fall into place. When you're finished, stop squeezing and lift away. This bit at the end doesn't really look very nice. I've noticed lots of tutorials tend to leave their cakes just like this. I think to give it a really nice finish, take a leaf. This is just made using a Pme plunger cutter, and I just take the icing that's there, push it around to make sure there's no excess, and pop the leaf in there. As you can see, it hides where you finished your icing, and as you give these cakes as a gift, nobody will know where you've started or where you finished. Okay, just to show you again, I readjust my bag after every single cake that I make. It gives you really good tension on that bag so you can pipe really neatly. Okay, so squeeze tight, bud, come out right to the edge, let the icing fall into place, and then I finish and lift away. Okay, I'll do another leaf on that one. Okay, there we go. I think you'll agree this nozzle gives a really nice effect. I'm going to just show you, before I finish, how to do it with the 2D nozzle. This is a basic star nozzle. If you don't have a 2D, but you have something that looks very similar, then I'm sure you'll get virtually the same effect. Just look out for something. This one has 6 streaks going straight out from the centre. So as long as you've got something similar to that, I'm sure you'll get the same effect. There are different branded nozzles out there. I do like working with the Pme nozzles because they do tend to be a lot more of a stronger metal and you don't find the ends going too much. The ones I'm using today are Wilton ones, and these are the ones that are most known for being a 2D and a 1M. Okay, so I'm going to just whip up my buttercream a little bit just to make sure I can get it out easily. Okay, let's fill that bag. That should be plenty to do all fingers and thumbs. There we go, pop that out of the way. And again, squeezing down, try and make sure there's no air bubbles. The last thing you want is for an air bubble to come just through the middle of a petal. You get almost like a poof sort of sound as it comes through, and you'll know what's gone wrong. The best way to cope with something like that is, as you hear it making the noise, you stop where you are, you squeeze again and carry on. It almost covers up where you've had the bubble. Okay, just pushing down to the bottom. And again, fold over once, fold over twice. Grab that between your thumb and your forefinger. Twist. And there we go. Okay, so I'm just going to use that small piece that's come out to anchor it to the cake. A nice tight circle, come out, right round the edge. And when I've finished, I stop squeezing and I lift away. Okay, I have got another leaf. I'm just going to pop on there, just to tidy that one up. And this one, I think we'll pop a butterfly on there as well. These butterflies are made using the gem cutters and mat, and I will do a demonstration on these shortly. I think, as you can see, there is a slight difference in the effect that you'll get from the different nozzles. If you're just starting out, a 1M is fantastic for practicing with. A 2D, you do need a bit of practice to get it to look really pretty. Okay, that's the end of my tutorial. I hope you have fun playing with all the roses. Thank you.